My name is Dr. Corey Brooks. I'm an associate professor of biochemistry at Fresno State, and my main area of research is antibody structural biology. My research area has to do with using antibodies. So antibodies are proteins that are found in the immune systems of all people and animals. And in the past 20 years or so, it's been possible to kind of harness those proteins to treat diseases. And so what we do is we take some of those antibodies and we are looking at the complex three-dimensional structure of those antibodies to use them to treat things like cancer as well as infectious disease. In terms of the types of techniques that we use in this research, we use especially a technique called X-ray crystallography, which is where we actually grow small crystals of proteins. So kind of like how you would have a salt crystal, it's possible to grow a crystal of a protein. And we irradiate those crystals with X-rays, and with that information we're able to build highly detailed three-dimensional models of the protein. We can see every single atom inside of the protein. So right now our main research focus is antibodies against a protein called mucin. Now this is a protein that's involved with pancreatic cancer and breast cancer. And so we work very closely with people at the University of Nebraska Medical Center and a biotechnology company called Quest Pharmatech, Inc. And we're developing a couple of new antibody drugs to treat pancreatic cancer. Students who come through my lab kind of learn a variety of things on the technical end and then also sort of on the soft skill end. The research that we do uses a broad subset of skills that are kind of widely applied in biochemistry and biotechnology. So students will purify proteins, they will grow bacteria, they'll also learn how to grow cancer cells in the lab. And then kind of on the other side of that, we do a lot of genetic manipulation. So students will learn some molecular biology type techniques. Now, in terms of soft skills, I try to have all of my research students go to a conference so they can present their results, right, and learn how to communicate science to a technical audience as well as a more general type audience. We also have regular lab meetings where students have to present their results. And typically, if we're going to write a paper, the students are also involved in the writing process. So students learn a great deal about the technical writing aspects as well. Graduate students who have come through my lab kind of take a couple different career trajectories. Several of them have gone to work in biotechnology companies. So one example is one of my first graduate students, Reza Movahedin, and he now works at a startup biotechnology company in New Jersey, where he's in charge of product development. And actually, I just had a conversation with him, and he's interested in collaborating with us. So the students often, come back and kind of bring their research projects back. Some other students have gone on to work in academic labs. So for example, one student, Moeko Torrid, she went to go work at a research hospital, St. Jude's, and she's now a head lab technician there. So the direct kind of lab skills that those students learned in my lab have translated into careers for them. Now, undergraduates who've come through my lab, they have kind of a wider variety of career trajectories. So one example is Matt Mendoza, who worked in my lab throughout his entire undergraduate career, and he's just recently been accepted into medical school. So a lot of students will go to professional schools, so med school and pharmacy school and things like that. And a couple have gone on to do a PhD as well. Research is a highly valuable experience and adds a lot to your education, and our lab is always looking for enthusiastic students of any level to join our research group. So I encourage you to contact me if you're interested in biochemistry research.